Greetings. Let us take care of our mental well-being by avoiding jealousy and envy. The ability to interact effectively with other people often determines whether talent will be given the opportunity to flourish or remain hidden in obscurity.
At the beginning of his career at the Palace of Versailles in the 1670s, the French architect Jules Hardouin-Mansart was entrusted with small assignments by King Louis XIV to expand and improve various parts of the palace. For each project, he carefully prepared architectural drawings and ensured that every element followed the king's instructions as closely as possible. He would then present the plans to Louis XIV for review. Later, Louis de Rouvroy, Duc de Saint-Simon, described the way Mansart dealt with his king. In every design, Mansart deliberately left a minor flaw, often related to the gardens of Versailles, an area that was not his particular specialty. As he had anticipated, Louis XIV would quickly spot the weakness and propose a solution. That was when Mansart played his role. In a voice loud enough for everyone present to hear, he would declare that he had completely overlooked the issue, and then praise the king's brilliance for identifying it. With exaggerated admiration, he would insist that in the presence of Louis XIV, he was nothing more than a student. He repeated this method time and again. By the time he was nearing 30, Mansart had earned far greater trust within the royal court. Although several other French architects were considered more talented and more experienced, it was Mansart who ultimately received the most prestigious commission of all, overseeing the expansion of the Palace of Versailles on behalf of the king. From that point forward, Jules Hardouin-Mansart became Louis XIV's chief architect.
Reflection. Jules Mansart understood an important truth from an early age. He had seen many artists and experts serving Louis XIV lose their positions, not because they lacked ability, but because they failed to understand how to deal with people, especially those who held power. That experience shaped his approach. He sought not only to become a skilled architect, but also to make his king feel respected, valued, and appreciated. Whenever he interacted with Louis XIV, he gave the king an opportunity to demonstrate his intelligence and judgment. As a result, Mansart gained not only trust, but also the opportunities that elevated his career. This story reminds us that success is rarely determined by technical competence alone. Knowledge and talent are important, but the ability to relate to others often determines whether those talents will be given room to grow. Many people spend years developing their expertise, yet neglect to learn how to respect the feelings and self-esteem of others. In modern life, this lesson remains relevant. Supervisors, colleagues, customers, and business partners all prefer to work with people who make them feel appreciated. When we sincerely acknowledge the contributions of others and do not constantly seek the spotlight for ourselves, we are far more likely to earn their trust. One of the most valuable social skills is the ability to make others feel important without diminishing our own worth. Those who master this skill often open more doors than those who rely solely on intelligence and talent.
About Jules Hardouin-Mansart. Jules Hardouin-Mansart was a French architect who became the leading architectural figure during the reign of King Louis XIV. He was born in Paris in 1646 and was the nephew of the renowned architect François Mansart. To honor his uncle, he later adopted the surname Mansart. His career rose rapidly after gaining Louis XIV's confidence and being entrusted with major royal projects, particularly the expansion and refinement of the Palace of Versailles. In 1681, he was appointed Premier Architect du Roi, first architect to the king, making him the most influential architect in France. His most celebrated works include the expansion of Versailles, the Grand Trianon, and the magnificent Dome of Les Invalides, which remains one of the iconic landmarks of Paris. Jules Hardouin-Mansart died in Paris in 1708 at the age of 62. He is remembered as the architect who helped create the visual grandeur of Louis XIV's reign and transform Versailles into a symbol of French monarchical power. Thank you for your companionship. Until we meet again in another story.
See you.